talk about feelings. Everybody's got them, and they're not always easy to understand. And only you can control your feelings. You can't control how other people feel about you. And you honestly shouldn't give a fuck because people are gonna feel certain ways no matter what you do, unfortunately. But Todd, that's hilarious. Just found this. This is the ball to a tongue ring. I don't have a tongue ring, nor would I get one, because there's really no fucking point. Um, God, it's been fucking cold. But what I would recommend is if you got feelings, don't tell anybody about them. Uh, Keep them to yourself because we live in a day and age where it's something everybody's got, but really nobody should talk about because feelings are good for two things: having and getting hurt. And if you have feelings, they're gonna get hurt. That's inevitable. It's a matter of time. It's how quick you could bounce back from that and how bad it hurts should be the motivation to push you to never feel that way again. Um, I like having feelings. Unfortunately, I'm a guy who's in touch with what makes him feel good, what hurts his feelings. But like what I'm not gonna do is go out of my way to make somebody feel good or to compliment them and then everything that I said just go back on either for somebody else or because I just don't want to change the things that I'm doing or the main thing here is that if you're going to open your life up, I mean, my life is pretty much on display all day, every day. And I do that on purpose because I don't have shit to hide. It's been a documented thing here essentially where I'm showing everybody what I'm doing essentially all day, and some people don't like it. It's not for everybody. If you don't like my content, if you don't like the things I have to say, if you don't like me, it's perfectly fine. In life, you're gonna encounter a lot of people you either don't like or who don't like you, and only you can react to how they react, and not everything deserves a fucking reaction, in my opinion. Not that it fucking matters, but I I've been through a lot of shit, and the stuff that I've gone through, the stuff that I've put other people through, the stuff that I've put myself through, I wouldn't wish on anybody. The Matt you're seeing now didn't happen overnight, and it took a lot of fucking hard work and a lot of being alone. And it sucks more times than not. Do you know how easy it is to go out and use? Super easy. Do you know how easy it is to give up? Super fucking easy. Do you know how easy it is to just say fuck it? I want to do it every day. The reason I can't is because it's bigger than me, and I don't want to give up. When people hurt you or let you down or lie to you or fucking, throw dirt on your name or, like try and throw you under the bus or straight up lie about you, it sucks. Especially if it's somebody you trusted or if it's somebody that you allowed into your life after similar situations made you put up walls to keep people out. If you tell somebody what you expect of them and where you'd like to be in life at a certain time, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your passions, and you make yourself vulnerable, you open yourself up to getting hurt. So your options are you give up and you just put those fucking walls up as high as you absolutely can and allow yourself to never get hurt again, or you go for broke, you make yourself vulnerable, and like you just hopefully open yourself to situations that you meet somebody who maybe you guys have something in common, or maybe you guys have similar passions, but I don't see that happening. I don't know. It's lonely when you put up walls. But the reason you put up walls is because you don't want to be hurt again, and it hurts to trust and have the people you trust, spark the matches that burn that bridge. And it's really easy to blame other people. Happens to me all the time. If I had $1 for every time somebody blamed me for their problems, I wouldn't have to work the rest of my life. It takes little to no effort blaming somebody else for your problems. Owning up to it, that takes courage. Admitting that you have faults and that you could be better, that takes fucking courage. But allowing people to walk all over you and essentially take your trust and throw it out the fucking window, it really doesn't make it easy to open yourself up to anything. Because if the hurt is bad enough, then you just don't even want to open yourself to that situation to even happen. Even if something amazing is looking at you in the face, you're not gonna, more so, you're not gonna want to allow that person to take your heart and throw it out, or in this day and age, just trade it in. I've done my fair share of bad, and I I'll tell you the one thing that's happened to me more than anything. I've been abandoned, lied to, and stripped of anything and everything that made me feel good about me. And I'd say the worst thing that hurts is when you give somebody your trust and you explain to them your past, what you've been through, and they use it against you. They weaponize your feelings And not only that, they essentially take everything from you. I worked so hard to be somebody for someone that didn't even want to be a part of my life, whether it got good or bad. You know, when you meet somebody that you truly love and care for, and you choose to tell yourself, hey, this is going to be the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, you're already making the decision to care for that person, provide for that person, and make sure that they're safe, looked after, ask if they're okay, maybe more than you should. But that just goes to show you you've been hurt, and you don't want other people to hurt like you've been hurt. And again, the Matt that you guys get today, in my opinion, is probably the best Matt. And I think he's only going to get better. But it took a lot of fucking pain and secluding myself to even become this guy. And it sucks a lot. Like, being alone really fucking sucks. But it's going to teach you things about yourself that you didn't want to, confront. And it also sucks when you sacrifice a lot of yourself for someone to just trade you in like a fucking Pokemon card.
Makes it tough. This is the stuff that will hold me through. If I can keep my freaking mind busy, this is the stuff that will hold me through.
But one thing that I promised myself that I will never do again is allow people to see me weak, because it's been weaponized against me, and feeling weak was something I did when I should have had somebody to lift me up. And instead they figured, hey, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of trying to help this guy that's clearly asking for help, I'm going to put all this effort into somebody else, and then I'm going to act like I'm trying. Sobriety is one of the best things that's ever happened to me, but it's also one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, and doing it alone sucks. But I think it's the best way to do it, because when people tell you you need to change, it's because they think you need to change. But if you tell them they need to change and they say, nope, I like me how I am, and if you don't, somebody else will, believe you me, they will absolutely follow through with that. And on top of that, they'll take everything with them, along with your sanity, your reputation, your ability to find work, housing, all those things. So when you get your kid, you have nothing for her, because you literally have fucking nothing. Everything got taken. Everything that you valued, at least. I've got tons of knives, but those are just stepping stones for me to be where I'm at, because I needed to buy knives in order to stay away from certain people and certain things. And nobody's ever going to really understand my reasons for doing things unless they ask. And people don't ask unless they care. There's a lot of times that I wish I could go back and change things. But if I did, I wouldn't have my daughter. I wouldn't even be where I'm at today, ironically enough. And whether anybody watches this shit or not, I do this for me. And that's why I've made this channel, is because when I needed people to talk to, they didn't care to listen. And I'd like to think I'm a pretty strong dude, but it's getting fucking hard. It's getting really fucking hard. But all I can keep doing is keep fucking trying, I guess. And hope that the same things that I've been doing will result in a different outcome, but one thing I've noticed, if the past repeats itself, it'll fucking repeat itself. So I have to do my best to make sure that I'm not making the same choices or picking the same people, because I have a bad habit of picking people that don't pick me. And that sucks, because that means that I value people more than they value me. And what sucks even more is that I valued those people more than I valued myself. And my friend group has always been super small, but it's because I was the fat kid that was every girl's friend, because they dated all my friends. And I've always had really close relationships with girls, and I still do. Some of my best friends are fucking girls. So, like, when people say certain things about me that impact me negatively towards women, it fucking sucks. Like, any relationship that I ever get into again is going to be scrutinized for something that was such a fucking dick move on somebody's part that they weren't thinking about anybody except them fucking selves. I spent so much time begging somebody to fucking just be there, and they wanted to be anywhere else. They wanted to put effort into everybody else except the one person that they said that they loved or wanted to be with. So that really makes you question a lot about yourself. What's my worth? Do I have value? You know? Do people actually love me when they say it? Do people actually care about me? And it turns into a very unhealthy cycle that allows you to not want to let people in your life. And I don't wish that on anybody, because excuse me, again, being fucking lonely is it's everything that it sounds like. Fucking sucks. But again, if you're gonna keep putting yourself in the same situation and expect different results, then you can't blame anybody else except yourself, because they can say they gave you chances, but in hindsight, you were the one giving them chances. Don't chase people that want to be caught by everybody else. This is a day and age where attention is the most craveable thing. And if you're asking for it and not getting it, trust me, they're giving it somewhere else. It's funny how fast people can say they love you and then shack up while you're still living with them. And that is probably the reason why I'll inevitably be single the rest of my fucking life. But the way I think of it is the most important woman in my life is this tall. And I think about her all the time. I used to live with her. She used to tell me every day how much she loves me. And now I've got a fucking teddy bear that gets to remind me what a good dad I am, and all the changes that I've made that gets seen by whoever watches these fucking videos. Some days are easier than others, but days I just want to fucking give up. Like, really, really bad. And that's the reason I haven't really been posting, is because I've just been super fucking depressed. Being in tune with your feelings is very good, especially as a guy. If you allow somebody to see you cry, and they say, oh, that's good, I'm glad that you can feel this vulnerable with me, and then it's weaponized against you, it'll make you never trust anybody again. If the people you open yourself up to bring the matches to burn the bridge, and then blame you for it, they blame you for their actions, and those people you loved, it'll make you want to kill yourself, I swear. Obviously don't do it. If I did it, I wouldn't be having this fucking conversation and making this goddamn video, but it really does. It fucking breaks you down. It makes you not ever want to fucking trust anybody ever again. And it makes you question everything. And the worst part is they knew that I'd been cheated on and left and lied about just to be with somebody else, for that same person to do just that. You can only be angry for so long, and then you realize it wasn't you, it was them. And realizing that is what really fucking hurts. Is that that person never actually loved you or gave a shit. You can do stuff for somebody and not love somebody. You can do it for 5 years. Trust me, I did. Or don't trust me, because that's the day and age we live in, so I wouldn't blame you. In fact, it would be smart not to trust anybody. Whether you like me, love me, hate me, whatever the case is, love you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching videos. I'll try to keep it up. Stay awesome, stay sharp. Keep doing whatever it is that makes you happy, that you're passionate about, and maybe one day she'll work out for you. I'm just gonna keep doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. Seems to make you guys happy, and that's what matters. So thanks for trusting me and watching my growth and supporting me. It means a lot.